of Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii. It's May 31st, 2026, and this is your update video. Let's go. Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. I think I just went live. I never know. It's just always a guess. But if you're new to the channel, my name's Eric West. I'm coming to you live from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii, right in front of Lahaina Baptist Church. If you remember, back in the day, this is one of those places where the channel actually got crazy busy because it blew up essentially because this is the site of the Maui Food Line video. If you remember, hang on a sec, right here is where the cars would terminate. They would pick up their food right there, and then it would go all the way down the highway. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars. And so many of you gave, and that was so cool of you. You gave to the Maui Food Bank, and that meant so much to me. And this street, there's something about this street to me is very special because my office used to be at the end of the street, Shaw Street, right here. So in this video, I'm gonna give you a quick update. The first thing I'm gonna show you right out of the gate is look at this camera they have now. When you come in to Lahaina, there's a number of these cameras, and I looked up the information on these cameras, and they're actually specifically designed to read license plates, and it goes into this database somewhere. It's pretty wild. Normally they're used in parking lots if you're trying to, monitor parking, passes or whatever, time in, time out. But there's a number of those cameras now. So remember, if you come into Lahaina, you are going to be monitored by these cameras. And I'm surprised actually, because I think they're supposed to get permission to collect that kind of personal data from people. But at any rate, before I forget, there's a sunset going down. This is a little bit of a Maui fix because I know it's been a little while, but I also wanted to show you what's going on in Lahaina. And by the look of my face on the thumbnail, you'll see I'm not impressed. Questioning. It's sort of like this. It's sort of like, what? But before I forget any further, without any further ado, please helpdaniel.org. He is a fire survivor. He's blind. If he takes off his glasses, he doesn't have any eyeballs. So he's not faking that he's blind because he actually doesn't have any eyeballs. There's no eyeballs. So thank you for so many of you that have given to help blind Daniel. Please go to helpdaniel.org. And someone literally just gave right there. Yippee, someone just gave. Give, send, go. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna put my Maui Jims back on because these are the paradise glasses, right? Makes everything pop. But thank you for helping blind Daniel. Helpdaniel.org. Man, this is it's just like alive, right? The moment you go live, we got dogs barking, you got mopeds screaming, you got two-stroke engines blowing. It just never fails. It's been completely dead silent the moment you push the live button. So here we go. Road is still closed on Front Street. This is Front Street. And the surf is up right now. You can see the surfers coming back. Nice swell happening at the moment. I was gonna go surf it, but then I thought, you know what? I would rather helpdaniel.org by doing this live for you guys and showing you the latest update video from the beautiful town of Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii. And you'll see all kinds of fencing that's up. Government property, no trespassing. Those are the old tennis courts that are obviously not being maintained. I don't think anything is being maintained, but they are maintaining the fencing nicely. Doing a great job with the fencing, keeping everybody out. Good job with the fencing, boys. This is the site of the old Cam 3rd, King Kamehameha III Elementary School, where my kids went to elementary school. Apparently it's being moved. It's no longer going to be sited here, or this is not going to be the site of the elementary school because they found some iwi, which is dead, like bones, Hawaiian bones, which of course, everybody was buried by the side of the ocean. So you're going to find iwi no matter where you go by the side of the ocean, period, because that's where the Hawaiians buried. They're dead. So, but okay, I think we're live again. I don't know if that will be a new video or how that all works, but my screen the app just quit on me. So here we are in front of the world famous banyan tree. Of course, across the street would have been This will be one of the first buildings to be rebuilt right here, by the way, from what I've heard. This was the Paia Fish Market. There, of course, is the banyan tree, which is doing very well. It's still blocked off. You can't go walking through the park. No idea why that is, but you can walk around it, and it's definitely appears to be doing well. So that's super cool. Again, if you're just joining the live, this is your Lahaina Town Update video, May 31st, 2026. We're down here in front of the harbor, on Front Street itself. And this video is brought to you by Daniel, Blind Daniel, helpdaniel.org. Don't forget to go visit helpdaniel.org, give what you can. I always encourage a minimum of $7 because who can't afford $7? And always put it on the recurring monthly if you don't mind to helpdaniel.org. FEMA is now charging him rent, if you can believe that. A blind man with no way to make any money is having to pay rent. So we need to continue to raise funds to help pay for his rent. So here we are, Front Street, Lahaina. As you know, everything is shut down. Nothing's being rebuilt. No commercial permits have been issued. Not a stick of construction has happened. Not a shovel of dirt has been moved. Absolutely no permits have been issued for any businesses. There, of course, is these are one of the few remaining buildings on Front Street. This is on the ocean. I think this is the only oceanfront building that didn't get demolished. And then there you have Fleetwood's. And I've heard Fleetwood's will not be coming back, but the building is there, and hopefully a new restaurant will come up in that spot. Oh, man. Hey, man, you're not supposed to be on Front Street, but these folks are like, we're going to hang out anyway. Why it's blocked off, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. No idea. But we have not been able to access Front Street since the fire. And it pretty much looks like it did the day after the fire, in my opinion. Not any big change. Those are some of the historic buildings that didn't get torn down. Most everything got torn down. All the trees were taken down. All the mango trees. I don't know why. They took down all the fruit-bearing trees. I don't know about you guys, but Lahaina had the best mangoes. The best mango trees in shade, right? I mean, this is Lahaina means cruel sun. It's a hot spot. There's no wind, except the day of the fire. And it needs shade. So how long will it take? They left the kiawe trees up. Of course, some of the kiawe is like, yeah, okay. But unfortunately, the mangoes are gone. A friend of mine had a lot here with a big mango tree that survived. You can look at the videos after the fire. All the trees were still there. Trees didn't burn. I know, I'm a conspiracy theorist for pointing out the obvious. Trees didn't burn, cars melted. Conspiracy theorist. Okay, those are called facts. Okay, all right. Glad we cleared that up. But then they came and chopped them all down. And they knocked down a bunch of buildings. There was a cement building. We used to call it the Hurricane House because it would survive a hurricane. And it survived the fire, big time. But guess what? They knocked it down. It was made of pure concrete, like 100% concrete. Because the guy that built it was building in one of the hotels and had extra concrete. So he was like using it to build his house. So here you go. Be careful. Make sure you go through the proper channels here and all the fencing, the government property. Don't trespass, please. Kind of reminds me of the old Tesla song. Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Heard they're starting the dredging here pretty soon in Lahaina Harbor. That's part of the dredging operation, I would assume. And then over here, of course, we got the harbor, and show you guys some of the waves going on today. This is the Harbor Masters building, which was destroyed. Here we go. Let's go. Surf's up. All right. All right, someone else just gave to helpdaniel.org. Thank you. The notifications are flowing in. You guys are the best. I can promise you every penny goes right into Daniel's pocket. Please put it on the recurring. Of course, we're looking directly towards the island of Lanai. Kind of a long time in between sets. It's high tide right now, a little high tidey. So the waves are a little bloaty, a little slopey. And it's quite a few minutes, I should say, in between sets. It's one of the reasons I didn't go out. Didn't quite have the patience. I was like, you know what? I'd rather bring you the update video of Lahaina. Beautiful harbor, one of my favorite pictures in the whole world. It's right here with the boats and the West Maui's in the backdrop, and of course the flags right there, right? Just a quintessential Lahaina shot. There, of course, is your Maui County bathroom that survived. If it was a Maui County facility, it seemed to somehow miraculously survive the fire. Don't ask me how. Every boat in the harbor exploded. But the bathroom is doing great. I know it. All right, we continue. There's the lighthouse. All right, I'd like to get one more wave. You know what it's like. You can never leave the surf break. You're always like, oh man, just one more. Come on, guys, just one more, right? Is that okay? I need to do a little vicarious wave mind surfing here. It's too far in between sets. Darn it. I know if I'm getting bored, you're getting real bored. Thanks for all the comments, guys. Thanks for helpingdaniel.org. Helpdaniel.org. If I accomplish one thing today, it'll be helpingdaniel.org. All right. Here we'll go. See, we can't even go down there. You can't even go down there. It's like, what the heck, man? That's where they used to jump into the ocean to surf. Now they gotta, I mean, look at this. Okay. I'm gonna try to stay positive. I wanted to get you guys this shot, if I can get to it. Can anyone guess what was right there? Do you even recognize the place at all? I mean, without the landmarks, without the buildings, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, it really is. Anyone? Bueller? Okay, I'll drop off right here. Okay, here's a shot of Front Street. So I'm gonna zoom in. Right there would have been your cheeseburger in paradise, and that's right about where chemos, all that stuff. So the general understanding is those will not get rebuilt because they're on pylons. Half the lot is, pylons essentially in the ocean. Those were rented by the DLNR. But anyway, that's about where fish would have been sitting right there, right about now, making his little basket weavings and palm fronds, gems, crosses for the kids, little fish. And that would have all been lit up. Tourists walking up and down. Ahi, sashimi, macadamia encrusted mahi would have been sizzling. The Mai Tais would have been flowing as the sun is setting on the beautiful Lahaina town. Now it's just a ghost town. It's but a shadow of what it once was. But guess what? It's coming back. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Beautiful though, right? Beautiful Hawaiian evening, getting ready to take over. The surfers are like not even close to stop surfing. They're like, no, man, we'll do a little moonlight sesh. Let's go. Oh, man. All right, we'll continue the tour. Let's go. In the comments section, let me know. Number one, did you help Daniel.org? Did you go there? Can we put a crowbar in your wallet and grab at least $7 out there to help a fire survivor that's blind, that has no job, that's getting charged rent by FEMA? And they come by and they do inspections every week and they hassle him. They're like, he has to prove that he's applied for other places to live. It's like, bro, leave these people alone. Another just came in right now. Yippee! That's what the email says from Give, Send, Go. It says, yippee! Thanks, guys. Daniel will appreciate it, I promise you. It's good soil, man. It's a good place to plant your giving seeds. He's a great guy. If you ever want his phone number, let me know. He'd love to rap on the phone with you. He's a talker. He's making friends all over the world thanks to this YouTube channel. Thanks to you guys. Old Lahaina Courthouse. This was built in 1858. And it's still standing. Isn't that great? Thanks, government, for not tearing it down. The old coral rock wall over here, left over from when this was like a encampment. Pretty cool, huh? And then, of course, the outhouse, the Maui County outhouse that did not suffer any damage. Whatever they're making that outhouse out of, that's what they need to make the rest of the town from now on, because it didn't burn. But every ship, every boat, everything in this harbor, including the Trex decks, melted. Pretty wild, huh? Don't understand it. Nothing about this fire makes any sense. But you better not question it, because you'll be a conspiracy theorist. Isn't that great how they control the narrative? Or they try to, anyway. You can't suppress the truth, man. Eventually it comes out. They'll all get arrested at some point. This is my favorite one, though. It's still here, too, as proof, right? The entire harbor, every boat burns, right? Fireballs. But yet these guys, right? Plywood, old rinky-dink plywood. Yeah, if there was ever kindling, right? This would be kindling, right? These are perfectly fine, and they're still here. I love it. I mean, there's another one over there. It makes no sense, dude. It's like, how could that not burn? When every ship in here just, you would think a boat on the water would be safe, right? It's the last place you'd think you'd catch fire. I know it. It's just crazy. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Crazy for crying, crazy for trying. 'Cause I'm crazy for loving you. There we go. That's another cardboard, basically, plywood. Perfectly fine. Every ship there on fire. The wood kindling, perfectly fine. Matter of fact, I just went through some videos that people sent me of the fire, and it showed stuff like this, right? Showed stuff like this just melting. It's still here. This is Maui County cleaning up after the fire. They did a good job, huh? Pretty amazing, right? This is Democrats at their finest. But anyway, I found a bunch of videos people sent me, because I started a sort of a video collection deal. And this guy showed this car. It was just like totally engulfed in flames, and it was just all by itself. And it's weird. I recently went to Hana, and there was some burned out cars on the side of the road, which of course the county had not collected or picked up yet, because the county kind of likes leaving like debris everywhere. So if there's like a car that's broken down, they just like to leave it there. It's pretty cool. Not really, but this car that had burned somewhere on this road to Hana, it didn't look anything like the cars that burned after the Lahaina fire. I specifically looked at it, like all the rims were still there, it just wasn't melted. It's just wild how the cars here melted, yet a normal car fire doesn't melt everything. So I'm still trying to figure out how a car in the middle of nowhere, number one, catches fire, and then number two, how there's so much energy and it just melts everything. Yet other cars that I've seen that are burned out on the side of the road since then, they just look like a normal car that caught fire and extinguished because there was no more whatever. I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's really, really strange. But as you can see, they've really done a great job, bang up job, cleaning up the town here. Malama the Aina, as they say. That means, take care of the land. I'll get around to it, right? It's only been, what, 3 years almost? I'll get around to it. It's on the list. I try not to sound sarcastic, truly try to stay positive, but it's tough, man. And you think it's tough, like, I still have my house. Imagine how the people feel that lost their home and they still haven't been able to rebuild it, lost their business, still can't rebuild it, just getting strung out on bureaucratic red tape. And, the crazy thing is a lot of these landowners that are trying to rebuild, they've shown me the letters that they've gotten from the county, right? They show me like literally these 25-page letters with all these stipulations, got to do this, got to do that, et cetera, et cetera. And I ask them, I'm like, hey man, let me show the world what this letter is. Let me just show my audience. Let me just reveal it. They can see. But guess what? They don't want to do that because why? Because then they would get in trouble. Even if you redacted it, they're like, you know what? The county would still know that it's me exposing them, and they don't want to do that, right? You can't bite the hand that feeds, right? Don't crap in your own backyard is sort of the thought process there. But the amount of red tape that they're putting these people through, obviously, nothing's been built. So it's red tape, it's bureaucratic red tape times a trillion, and it's much, whatever you're thinking in your mind right now, it's much worse. It is much, much, much worse than what you're thinking in your mind right now. It's much worse. It is incredibly frustrating for these people. And yeah. And that insurance money, where's that at? Who knows? The lawsuit, yeah, it's coming. Checks in the mail. And then the big check will be to the attorneys, right? So yeah, it's frustrating, it's demoralizing, it's debilitating, it's a lot of things, but you know what? If you persevere, you stick around, eventually, I believe, like in the movies, the good guys win. Isn't that why we watch the movies? Because eventually, Superman wins, right? Eventually, the good guys win. That's what I think. That's what I believe. And that's what keeps us hanging on, right? Hope. Hoping against hope. Believing that justice will be served. And there's no way that in the end, we don't persevere and win. And I think it will happen. It's just quite the process working with the government. Yeah, I always thought it was, of the people, for the people, by the people. I don't know about that, man. Seems like it's morphed into something different. They're good at taxing and spending. The thinking, too sure about the thinking. They know how to tax. They know how to spend. But the management and the incentive to do good. That's why business works, right? Business forces you to be profitable. It forces you to be competitive. If you don't, you just die. You die. You go away. Like you didn't make it because you're whatever. You fill in the blank. But government, it can be the worst entity on the planet and it doesn't die. You know what I mean? It's like freak. We need a better system. Don't know what it is, but that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. All right, guys, if you're just joining the live, there's the banyan tree. It's looking fantastic. You still can't go in it as a park. There's signs everywhere. A sign, do not enter, do not cross, do not this, do not that. Government land, do not enter. But at least you can walk down here and check it out, and you can see it's alive and well, growing. There's fencing everywhere. The road is still closed. This is in case you're just joining the live right now. You're like, hey, what's Eric talking about now? What's he doing? I'm down on Front Street showing you that nothing has been rebuilt, nothing is open, everything is closed. Now, please don't misunderstand. The rest of the island is open for business and there's people everywhere. It is packed. Matter of fact, I was in Kanapali last night during sunset, looking down the beach both ways from Whalers Village, and it's just solid people up and down. So this is unusual. This is a ghost town. There's a few people that come down here to check out the banyan tree, maybe go for a little excursion. I think they're launching boats here now from the harbor. But it is kind of a ghost town, right? But the rest of the island, just the same, right? It's just Lahaina is just the town itself, not the whole side. The whole side's Lahaina, right? The whole postal. You mail something to Kaanapali, it's Lahaina. You mail something to Kapalua, it says Lahaina. But Lahaina proper, the town itself, whereas where I am right now, this is not happening. But don't change your vacation plans just because you see this video and go, oh man, it's a desolate ghost town. And the government is a bunch of idiots and they won't let people rebuild. That part's true. But the part that's not true is that we're open for business and it's still Maui and it's still amazing. And real estate prices, of course, if you didn't know this, I am a practicing real estate agent. And that's how I put food in my family's mouth. But so of course, if you're ever in the market, love to help you, whether you're buying or selling. But the market is kind of down a little bit right now because of Bill 9. Now, of course, Bill 88 came out, which might create some H2, Hotel 3 zones. So some of the apartment zone people can maybe transfer again if they jump through a bunch of red tape and I'm sure pay the government loads of money and beg for mercy and forgiveness and, you know, kiss the ring or whatever you have to do these days to just have your normal rights, property rights. So that could change the trend. We won't know obviously for a while until if that's going to happen. But the net of all that is the condo market is down about 20 to 40% depending on which segment of the market you're looking in. But it's a great time to buy a condo. So from my real estate side, my message is this: now is the time, right? Now is the time, because when this is rebuilt, when they finally pull their heads straight out of their you-know-what and start issuing building permits, and this place gets rebuilt, which I think will happen, this is going to be a world-class destination, I do believe, and the real estate market will rebound like you've never seen. By then, probably Bill 9 would have shaken its way out. Everyone will have come to acknowledge that it does not create more affordable housing, and it is unconstitutional, and it breaks the estoppel law, and all the lawsuits that the county's having to field right now from the different AOAOs fighting the county. Once again, good use of our taxpayer dollars, having to engage in lawsuits. But anyway, that will probably shake its way out eventually, and the market will rebound. So you will, I think, look back on 2026, 27 and say, man, I should have bought some real estate on Maui during that time because the market took a breather. The market took a little rest. Not to mention the real estate market overall is sort of just taking a little bit of a reset right now in the country. So this is, of course, Lahaina Shores. This is open for business, as you can see. Parking lot's sort of full-ish, but everything is going good at Lahaina Shores. Let's go. Hit me in the comments if you're a Lahaina Shore lover. As you can see, it's getting dark. It's just a beautiful Hawaiian evening. Matter of fact, I'm going to end this live by driving by my old house on Front Street. One of my favorite memories is when I first moved here. My office, as I mentioned at the beginning of this live, was right there at the end of Shaw Street at the 505. So I live down here at 350 Front Street, and so my commute, are you ready? I used to sit in the car for a long time, hour and a half each way, bumper to bumper traffic. Now my commute was from 350 Front Street, walking on the beach, to the 505. Yes, and I remember one night, it was a night just like tonight, but it was darker. And I was walking back from the office, long day at the office. Of course, back in those days, I wasn't too busy, so it was a long day trying to figure out how to get someone to use me as their agent, but those are the longest days. Real estate, I say you're either busy or you're busy trying to get busy. But you better be busy, just like the gazelle and the lion, right? Every morning the gazelle wakes up, thinks to itself, man, I better be faster than the slowest gazelle. And the lion wakes up and he goes, man, I better be faster than the slowest gazelle. But whether you're a lion or a gazelle, you better wake up running. One of my favorite success posters. But anyway, it was right here. Check it out, right here, right where this guy just came out of the ocean. He just got done surfing. And I was walking right about there. And it was a beautiful, beautiful night. The stars were out. And there was this dude that was standing right there in that corner. And he says, Eric, he knew me, we met a few times. Cobra, gonna be another beautiful Hawaiian evening. And I was like, oh, yes, sir. And it was, man. It's just magical. Temperature gets even more better. And the stars, very little light pollution. You got a little sound of waves crashing off in the distance. You got some salty air floating. Still got some salt behind the ears because your surf sesh didn't quite rinse it all off. You're feeling renewed, rejuvenated, refreshed. You just got pounded by some big fat waves and got to ride some big jolly green giants. And you just feel good, man. That's it. Maui just feels good. Maui on the mind, Maui magical molecules. And of course, another government building that was perfectly fine. They're everywhere, by the way. It's just a miracle. I know, the miracle Maui County buildings. Anyway, where do we live? I think this is it right here. I think this is it right here. Yep, 350 Front Street. Pretty sure. Let's look. Hang on. I think. Man, it's just so hard without the visuals. I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. So this is where I started my journey right here, 350 Front Street. And man, every morning you wake up, you see the mountains here, you check the surf at Shark Pit behind you. And I'll never forget, right there, I think it was right here, right there, right where this car is, there was a garage, 2 oceanfront homes, and there was a garage right there. And one of the garages opened up one day, right? And the garage is opening up. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can meet one of my neighbors. And so the garage opens up, right? This garage opens up, and inside the garage is a Lamborghini Countach. You know, the little, like it's as high as a 3-drawer filing cabinet. It's red. It's like the one I had on my poster as a kid growing up. Like, this dude's got a Lamborghini Countach in his garage. And then next to it was this Mercedes. He gets in the Mercedes and he drives away. And I quickly like Google, like, what kind of Mercedes was that? And it was like the most expensive production Mercedes at the time. And I remember thinking to myself, like, what kind of neighborhood did I just move into? A Countach and the most expensive production Mercedes made is like right across the street on the ocean. Can anyone guess whose home it was? Can anyone guess? Chris Lassen. You know Chris Lassen, the artist, Christian, I think his name is Christian Lassen. He had 2 oceanfront homes and another one in Kapalua. So that guy sold some art, man. I guess in Japan, he was considered like, if you had a Chris Lassen, that was considered a status symbol. So I think he attained the level of deity in Japan. But anyway, that's my story. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. From the beautiful Lahaina town on Front Street, Eric West, thank you so much. If you just tuned in, or if you forgot, please go to helpdaniel.org. When I finish this live, I will put a link in the description to helpdaniel.org. Send him a little message. If you want his phone number, let me know. Love to put you in touch. He's a great guy. And thank you for watching this update video. I appreciate it very much. I shall return. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I promise you one thing, we'll be from the most beautiful place on planet Earth, the best lifestyle I think you'll ever find, and the only place that Maui Dan likes to come to escape Jack Frost. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in.